Friends, buckle up, because we are about to dive headfirst into a news story so absurd, so brazen, so quintessentially Trumpian, that you'd swear it was ripped straight from the script of a rejected House of Cards episode.
On May 8, 2025, the world watched in a collective state of bewildered amusement as former President Donald J. Trump, a man who seemingly can't resist the allure of chaos, pulled off what can only be described as a masterclass in trolling the American people.
He announced his appointment for the interim U.S. Attorney for Washington, D.C., a position tasked with upholding the law in the nation's capital. And who did he deem worthy of this weighty responsibility? None other than Jeanine Pirro, the firebrand Fox News host and devoted Trump loyalist.
Yes, you heard that right. The woman who once suggested on live television that Hillary Clinton should be thrown in jail is now in charge of, well, potentially throwing people in jail.
It's enough to make you wonder if Trump's next move will be to appoint Judge Judy to the Supreme Court, or perhaps offer Joe Exotic the position of Secretary of the Interior. Stay tuned, folks, because with Trump, the hits just keep on coming.
Hold on to your hats because we're just getting started. Now, for those of you who may not be intimately familiar with the name Jeanine Pirro, allow me to enlighten you.
Pirro, a former prosecutor and judge in New York, is a woman who needs no introduction in the MAGA universe. For a decade, she reigned supreme on Fox News, hosting her own show, Justice with Judge Jeanine, where she delivered fiery monologues, often aimed at the supposed deep state and anyone who dared to question the legitimacy of her beloved Donald.
Known for her unwavering support of Trump and her penchant for embracing conspiracy theories, Pirro has become a fixture in the right-wing media ecosystem. She's a regular at Mar-a-Lago, Trump's Florida estate, and she even dedicated her book, Don't Lie to Me, to the former president, calling him a man of his word in the dedication.
But here's the kicker. Pirro hasn't actually practiced law in decades. Her legal experience is about as relevant today as a VHS player in a world of streaming services.
So, why on earth would Trump choose her for such a critical role? Well, my friends, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia isn't just some run-of-the-mill legal eagle. This position is a big deal, folks. It's the equivalent of being the Attorney General for the nation's capital, responsible for prosecuting federal crimes committed in D.C.
We're talking about cases that often have national implications, including those related to the January 6th Capitol attack, corruption and civil rights violations. This isn't the time for on-the-job training. This position demands an experienced, impartial and, dare I say, sane individual who understands the gravity of the role and the importance of upholding the law without fear or favor.
So, naturally, Trump decided to appoint someone who checks none of those boxes. Classic Trump, am I right? Section 4. A nation divided reactions to Pirro's appointment. The response to Pirro's appointment was about as subtle as a Trump rally.
It was a cacophony of outrage, disbelief, and in some corners of the internet, gleeful celebration. Legal experts, even those who have historically leaned conservative, were left scratching their heads, questioning Pirro's qualifications, and expressing concern about the politicization of the Justice Department. Social media, as always, erupted into a frenzy of memes, hot takes, and furious debates.
Meanwhile, politicians were quick to weigh in, with Democrats condemning the move as an assault on democracy, and some Republicans, well, praising it as a stroke of genius. It's safe to say that America, once again, finds itself deeply divided. Now, what does the future hold? The implications of Trump's latest move are, honestly, quite significant.
This decision could set a precedent for how future administrations might, handle appointments to key positions. It raises questions about the balance of power and the potential for increased partisanship within the Justice Department.
The ripple effects of this move will be felt for years to come, impacting not just the political landscape but also the public's trust in governmental institutions.
And as we look ahead, it's clear that the debates and divisions sparked by this appointment are far from over. The nation watches, waits, and wonders what the next chapter will bring.
Indeed, the story is still unfolding, and only time will tell how this bold move will shape the future of American politics.